Dear God, this is to let you know that it's over between us. I've waited for you to read the signs in between excuses for our daily bread and dinner dates with sin, but I guess like many other things in my life, you just don't seem to notice. So this is me breaking up with you officially. And no, it's not me, it's definitely you. So getting back together is as slim as Taylor ever finding love, cause I am done trying to please you. I'm done trying to fit into that dress size of a spotless bride. I'm done trying to be picture perfect through your holy lens. See, for a long time, I've tiptoed through conversations, guarding every word like a bullet, just so I don't grieve your spirit, listening to the sound of my heart play catch every time I hear the word identity, because I feel like a jumbled mess every time I come before you, my mind a constant battlefield tugging at my will and yours. Most days, I don't even know who I represent, you or who I think you are. I wear this tag Christian, but I don't fully understand the job description, so the most I do is tell your name with no connection to you like most tags do. You know, it's funny. I remember our first date. You poured your love for me like a full glass of white wine, and with each sip, you whispered promises like the sky and filled me with rain-torrent emotions. And I still remember the string of the winds and the waltz of the trees as we filled the air with our words. You promised you'd never leave, and you gave me your ring that day. You said it belonged to your father, and you wanted me to wear it till the day we were wed, and all I could hope for was a happily ever after. But instead, like a cumulus cloud on a rainy day, you began to fade. Slowly, you grew distant with every conversation. Your words became less like love and more like instructions. You ceased to be friend and became Lord, so your words became a mirror, showing me just how incompatible we were. I tried to keep up with that. I tried to keep up with your expectations. You wanted me to change, so I tried to change for you, but try wheeling a tire alongside the toothbrush and tell me how far that ride goes. See, I'd hoped somewhere in your omniscience you'd make a little room for flesh and bones, because on this side, holiness is just a myth. But hey, you're still God, right? And you asked me to trust you. Well, where was that trust the day my sister lost her innocence to a man behind a mask? Where were you when poverty pitched a tent in our home, when crumbs were all the luxury we could afford and all we had for clothes was Joseph's coat? I loved you then, so I learned your names by heart, and I'd stand in the rain and scream them all so loudly, hoping you'd hear me in between your lightning and thunderbolt visits. But just like Moses, you were not in them, and you didn't make an appearance afterwards either. So please explain to me how this is supposed to work. You ask me to trust you when it's bad, and when it's good, you get the glory. How convenient. Most days, I was like Nebuchadnezzar, mindlessly plowing the ground with my bare hands, seeking a God too omnipotent to be found. I wrote secret letters to you from the table of my heart, hoping my midnight symphonies would somehow get through the angels and galaxies to you, but I guess it's hard to hear all the way down here with all the paparazzi going on up there. Or how about one for the times I had to treat prayer like a battlefield, shot with 1,000 words from different sides with no chance to defend myself. So every time I came to talk to you, I clothed my thoughts with your scriptures and played undercover cop on my feelings, because without faith, it's impossible to please you. So my fears and doubts never really fit your perfect picture. Dear God, I'm freeing myself. See, I thought I could keep up with this facade. Somehow, I managed to convince myself that maybe if I tried hard enough, or if I prayed hard enough, or even gave more, I could finally be worthy of you. But I guess you're just too perfect for a wretch like me. I can't keep up with that lie. Not anymore, so I'm just here to return your ring to you. Bride. You know, it's really hard to hear me over the sound of your own voice. Peace, be still. You see, I can't say I'm surprised about this. Can't say I didn't notice the way your eyes started lustfully to other idols even before we said our I do's. Can't say I didn't notice the way your mouth spoke one thing to me while your heart spoke another. But the fact that I didn't speak doesn't mean my ears grew deaf. See, from my omnipotence, I watched you run off with so much excitement about my promises, treating my words like a wishing candle, hoping that they become for you what you want them to be without waiting to hear again, knowing that the full dose of faith requires multiple hearing, and you wonder why you're having trust issues. Every morning, I run ahead of the sun to watch it rise on your face, hoping to find my face in yours, but all I see is a whole lot of self contoured with sin. So tell me, what's the point of beholding if there's no resemblance in the end? You talked about our first date. I remember it too. I remember your smile as beautiful as the sun. I still have a picture engraved in my palm. And my ring, my father's precious heritage, you got it mixed from the beginning. That isn't something you wear on you, but in you, my spirit. our spirit. But somehow you found a way to fit him into your pocket instead of letting him fit you into my image. No wonder you have your identity confused. And yes, you show up to my house once a week, but being in my house isn't the same thing as being in my presence. So even though we get to see on Sundays, we never really get to have a conversation. Oh, and you're so quick to count the times your fears and doubts blinded you from seeing I was standing right there through the turmoil. When you go through the fire, I'll be there, remember? That was my promise to you, and I've never failed. No, not once. You pride in your own efforts to change yourself as though the new life I give is some kind of DIY tutorial you can accomplish by your own strength. You consistently fail to understand that I am the only one with the ability to change you. See, the tree I hung on was tagged new. Our engagement made you new. Our wedding will make us one. If you were worthy, I never would have put my spirit in you. I qualify the call, not the other way round. Your wounds and scars make you just the perfect one for me, bride. I'm not here to cast blames or throw accusations. I'm here because I need to fix us. I want you back, bride. Our union is not a choice. Otherwise, I would have passed up the cross. That was my proposal to you. And just in case I've not made my intentions clear enough, I am father, which means piggyback rides are my thing. I am lover, which means I am relentless in my pursuit. I am friend. I'll always be by your side. I am helper. Your strength lies in me. So the next time you doubt my love for you, go look at a grave that holds nobody. My love for you is undying. And as long as these hands bear holes, there's no sin that can puncture the weight of my love for you. So no matter how many times you drift away or get lost in your sea of doubts, I will always remain, cause in this equation of love, I am the constant multiplied by a coefficient of you equals paradise. Girl, you are my home. So once again I ask, will you make me the happiest? Will you be my bride?